Hey, what's up you guys? So we're back in the driveway today doing some more little projects, and today's project is going to be installing a shifter console in the 80 series. And I just got back from taking my dog for a ride, and I found something out that I didn't know that I had a problem. So these seats, they're powered seats, and they use little plastic gears. And I was moving the seats all the way, well, my driver's seat's all the way back anyway, but the passenger seat I've never messed with. And I went to power it back, and it started to kind of twist sideways because one of the plastic gears is broken. And apparently, I just went online, apparently this is very common, extremely common. You can get the gears, I think they're about, if you need like one gear and one cap, it's like 25 bucks. To get like 4 gears and all enough to do 2 seats, it's about around 50 bucks or something, which it's not that bad. I mean, it seems like a lot for a little plastic gear, but I guess I'm gonna have to get that. I can't move the seat back, and I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna pull the passenger seat out, and I guess I'll leave it out until I can order the gears on Monday. I'll order them tomorrow and then put it back in after I rebuild that. So for now, I'm going to pull the passenger seat out. To give me some more room, I'm going to show you, it's really bright out. It's like noon, straight up. You can see the sun beating down on my head. So the seats are really ripped up, but that's okay. I'm going to fix that later. That's not what we're doing today. It's all the way up, and the gear's stripped. This is what we're dealing with. So I don't know if I have to take out the center console or not. I did order one of these to match this. It's a taller unit. It's got a lock on it, but back ordered. So I'm going to change this today. Change this. We'll have to unscrew this, put this in neutral. Once we get this up and twisted, we take out this power and second gear start button. You guys, this is my fire extinguisher right here. It stays right there. Now my new box, I'm gonna be able to mount it on the side. It's all gonna be metal. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take this seat out, and then when we come back, we're gonna try and take this shifter console out and put in the new one. Oh, I found a dime. A business card. So there's a blower system under here, and I think that is for the rear heat, low and high. So some of the heater lines run probably to here as a heater core. There's a blower motor here, and it blows hot air to the back seats, which that's old school tech right there. All right, we're good. Okay, so I shifted it into neutral. I've got 4 screws Seat's in the way on this one. I have that seat slid back as far as I can go. Looks like the seat was in the way for somebody else because the screw was in there a little sideways. Alright. So then, just to unscrew this. Okay. There we go. Gonna have to replace this switch. This is the power and the second shift. It's not too bad under here. I'll do a little vacuuming. I got my vacuum right here. Alright, should be able to go back on the way we took it off. I got my power and my second gear start switch installed on this one. Plug that back in. I can't wait to get my center console. I wish it would have been in stock with this and I could do this all at once. There's a bracket you're supposed to put on here for the center console, but you can't put the bracket on yet because it blocks where this kind of fits over the stock console. So I'll have to save that. Looks pretty good so far though. It looks like it fits good. I'm just sitting there and these holes on the side are lined up, so looks pretty good. In. Okay, so I got the two Phillips screws back in here. The front ones on the later models after 95, the Phillips screws up here, and it's got an M6, a 10mm M6 bolt down here that I've taken out. So I'm supposed to take these side panels. Now we got two side panels that's going to create an angle here. Comes with a plate with some like riv nuts in here, and these are button head Allens. So we got to go through here. There's some slots, and then we got to put one of these plates on the back side. I guess it's just an additional bolting location for these side plates. We're supposed to leave these loose because what we're going to do is set the gap between the console and the dash. Alright, so I got another plate and bracket for the driver's side now I got to put in, and then we should be able to temporarily put the gauge panel across and really see how this thing looks. One. And two. So there's one bolt on the passenger side that was supposed to replace the factory M6 bolt in the bottom of this front. It's too short. So I won't be putting that one in yet. I'll have to go to the hardware store and get a longer M6 to do that, but that's not going to stop us from mounting this. All right, I need 2 bolts. All right, driver's side done. Everything lined up really good, with the exception of this front hole that I'm going to need another bolt for. But everything else lined up perfectly. And this could be that the car had been, you know, like someone kicked on the dash or something. Could have been anything why that one's not lining up. Real easy to be able to take this portion off as I add stuff and do wiring. You don't have to take everything apart at that point. How's that one doing? It's perfectly lined up. Hopefully it's not the insert. That one was not going in smoothly. Try another bolt. Oh, that insert's got some issues. So that one insert had some issues. Okay, so at this point, the side panel bolts are still loose, and what you're supposed to do is adjust for this, the reveal, you know, the gap between the new Delta gauge plate here and the stock standard dash. So I'm a little bit higher on the driver's side. Push that up like that. Snug it up. About an eighth of an inch on both sides. Man, that looks pretty darn good. There's that. Man, that looks really good. I've got a space for 2 switches down here. You can't really see. I'll grab the camera. I still haven't figured out exactly what I want to do up here, but I can take this in and out easily with these 4 screws on the side. So that shouldn't be an issue. Figure out exactly what I want to do here. You can see here, now that we're in here, this is this was a little cubby slot, like, you know, like right here where I have the scan gauge just tucked in under the radio. There was a really thin one right here. I mean, you could slide your phone in there or whatever, but this came from a company called Wits End, and it bolts in really nice and tight, and it gives you 3, if you want 3 ram balls across here into this aluminum plate, and then you can mount whatever you want. Like if you want to mount say your phone or something, like on this one, just put these little the RAM things. You could mount your phone here on like an X grip, mount something else over there. But I'm going to show you something else I got for this that I had an idea for that new navigation system. Oh man, I'm dying out here. It's so hot and humid. Looks like might get some rain clouds coming in though. Dang, those clouds look really cool. Today's Sunday. The liars, that's who I like to call the weather people, the liars and guesswork, they claim that it's going to monsoon again tomorrow night. We'll see, hopefully. All right, let me show you this next part. So I basically got the whole thing in. Like I said, I really wish I had the center console. All right, I'm gonna turn this around. It's not gonna sound very good, but all right, so here I've got this standoff plate. My idea for this was it bolts into the side and into the top here. My idea was to bolt that RAM mount on there, and then I can mount my navigation system down here. I don't want it up here. You don't need it up here. And it's designed to bolt here. So I don't know if that's going to be like in the way where the passenger's leg might rub up against it, but it's not, even if it doesn't work right there. When you're sitting in the driver's seat and you go to grab like the emergency brake, there's this big gap between you and the console because the emergency brake's there. But right down there by your hip, there's a cup holder. And I actually put it's perfect for my coffee cup. So if that thing doesn't work there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mount it on the new unit right where that other one was, like stock. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'll mount it just like the stock one is, except it'll be all on the new custom stuff. And that'll still give me that little protected location there. And the center console is gonna come, I got it with 2 cup holders, basically right where that console ends and the one I just put in begins. And then I've got the ability to put 2 on the back. So I can have like 4 cup holders. You know, you put your spare waters and stuff in there and your Gatorades, all that stuff while you're off-roading. So I think what I'm gonna do now, I showed you, it's just straight bolt up. I'm gonna put that thing on, see how it looks, and I'll bring you back. All right, so I got that stuff installed and we can take a look and see. It looks like it's pretty cool if you ask me. So I got a phone holder, drink holder, RAM mount here. I can, you know, I can move this wherever I want before I actually mount it. I've been thinking about maybe back here, but might be all the way to the front. But that's going to give me the ability to mount my Garmin Overlander right here so I can see it. I think that looks pretty good. So just imagine, you can see how I took out the old brown plastic, right? And replaced it with this cool powder coated metal. And it's gonna have a matching console that's taller, lockable. Just imagine what that's gonna look like. See, the center here is all black, so it carries that black. It's gonna carry it through and get rid of this old thing. It's gonna look pretty good. Now I just have to order plastic gears for this seat right here. So order up some plastic gears. Like I said, I think what I'll need is about 30 bucks, something like that. I saw them online already. Then I'll rebuild that power mechanism on there, put the seat back in. Still haven't decided, you know, about the covers. Not covers, but replacement. You know, a cover to me is you cover up that. I'm gonna tear that off, replace the foam, the bottom foam, and all of there's a leather option, there's a vinyl option, and the vinyl's supposed to be like tougher, longer lasting than leather, but it's actually more expensive, which is weird that the vinyl's more expensive than the leather. But that worked out pretty good. I actually really like it. I'm pretty excited how it looks. I mean, they had pictures on the website, so I had a good idea what it was going to look like. But now that it's in my 80, it really carries the black from like where the radio and all the switches are down through. It's going to carry all the way into there. I like that. And that when that center console comes, I think it's like 4 bolts and that sucker's in, and that's going to be pretty cool. Now I just got to decide this kind of the switch layout. Actually, I don't need to decide right now because there's nothing to switch. I have no auxiliary lights. I've got like no compressors, no lockers, nothing that I need to be switching. The only thing that I'm going to do is probably get a small fuse panel, get a fuse box, and run power to it. Fuse power to the fuse panel, and then bring out of that fuse panel, then I can run those USBs that are in there. Because that'll be pretty good, especially if you're running the new like USB-Cs. You want really good wiring, you want good fusing, because those run at higher amps if you really want them to work correctly. And if you run too small of wire and it's trying to pull more amps, just think ahead on something like that. But I'm pretty excited about this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think this is probably going to be a shorter one. I have no idea. I've been out here losing about 15 pounds worth of water. And looks like the rain clouds may be coming in, so that is good. Next driveway project is this guy, to do that little wood back in here. I thought I could do both these today, but I get pretty I guess I get tired, you know. I just kind of get heat stroked out here, that you want to go inside and sit in front of a fan for a while. That's what I did yesterday. Yesterday I did that battery mount, the relocation, that video. And I went inside and had the fan blown on me. I had a Gatorade and I fell asleep for a couple hours. I was pretty exhausted. But look, if I'm willing to be out here in this kind of weather and sweat and be hot, it's because I really enjoy what I'm doing. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and improving the 80 is pretty cool at the same time. So that's going to do it for this one, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.